adventure had a dream. In it, Ciri and I, the bard Dandelion, were reunited. Geralt now knew that to find Ciri, he would first need to find his dear old friend.
Aha! A note from a grateful muse.
Reading someone else's letters.
My visage red and hot, I plunged into purest ecstasy, imbibing its nectar.
Hmm. 10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for. It's his planner.
Huh. Dandelion and planning? Good one. Besides, anything he wrote here probably had a special system. Chaos only he could ever decipher. Actually, in the past, sometimes not even that.
Give him a chance. Might not be that bad. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them. He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late, the dog.
Not a bad idea. Dandelion's pretty loose-lipped. Might have blabbed something to a lady friend that'll put us on his trail.
That's what I'm counting on. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Suit you?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you up. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
From the finest vineyards, every last one.
No one knows the fruit of the vine like Dandelion.
This the loot he got from the elves of Dol Blathanna.
Aye. Must have been in a great rush to leave it behind.
Annual balladry contest. Silver laurel awarded to Master Dandelion.
Prince Hereward himself did the honors, and the feast afterwards, to celebrate the laureates. Dandelion... Not a swine to yodel, and I... another time.
The faculty of Oxenford University is honored to grant Julian Alfred Pancratz, Viscount de Letonov, from the finest vineyards, every last one.
No one knows the fruit of the vine like Dandelion.
Still here? Looking for something?
Just checking to see that everything's in place. Buggers might have hauled something off for pawning.
Actually, glad you're still here. Wanted to ask you about someone. Though well she knows the touch of silken lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace.
Molly keeps things tidy for the Baroness Lavalette.
A baroness within reach and he settled for a chambermaid?
Dandelion's not one to judge folk by their station. You know that. Like he says, in the alcove, we're all equals.
Yeah. Guess a true poet observes life in all its aspects, examines it from all perspectives. If I didn't know him better, I'd say he was jealous about this Marabella.
Oh, I doubt it. Former pupil. And well, the tales he told me about her.
Doubt I want to hear them.
Probably better off not. Things between them took a turn for the strange at some point.
Meaning?
She had him wearing mummers' costumes. Took to calling him Christian, referring to herself as Anastasia.
Huh, truly perverse.
He didn't ken half of it. Called him a stallion once. That's the fool took it as a compliment, till she pulled a bit in the reins into her cupboard. Poor bastard fled out the window.
Vespula. Name rings a bell. She threw his knickers out the window.
That's her.
Hollered something about him being a scoundrel with a voice like a consumptive pheasant.
That's her.
Threw flower pots at him.
Guess soul flames never die.
Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humor's blue. She shunned her lessons in civility, to swing her dwarf with agility. Dwarf. Never suspected he'd be so humble.
Dwarfs what Rosavar Atre named her Guihir. Well chosen, eh? Her dad's a Novgardian aristocrat with the Imperial Legation. Commissioned Dandelion to tutor Rosa and her sister in the art of rhetoric, but we, Rosa, preferred swordplay.
How dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordmaster?
More than one, it seems. Week on week, we get fresh gossip about her thrashing another instructor. So bad he resigns. Word has it her dad's now looking to hire her next victim. Instructor.
A figure most rare, her nature dual. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool. Well, well, seems fascinated with this one.
Not without reason. Never been much for elven women myself, but this one's exceptional. Dare say Francesca Finderbeard be jealous.
You want to take this one, then?
Nah, you can have her.
Why?
See, elven beauty's like a young Beauclair wine, whereas I prefer vodka straight up.
Well, know about all I wanted to know. Thanks for your help.
You can learn a great deal when you're gripping a pair of pincers or white-hot tongues.
Julia claims you.
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay.
Help!
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What you hoping for? A knight in shining armour?
Close enough.
Keep out of this, greyhead, not your concern.
Vespula's got someone else's protection now.
Really? Who's that be?
Mine. Offered her a better rate.
All right. So, let's see if you're a good bargain or just cheap shit.
The witcher will burn you!
Now left! Left! Together now! Kill the horse then!
What? Lost your nerve?
I'll slay you like a dog.
Försöker flasha nu. Försöker flasha. Hadi que faz.
Chase round him!
Covered in blood, all of it. So much work for naught.
No need to thank me. It was nothing.
Sorry. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful, but everything I had, I just lost.
Don't know if you remember. We've met.
I don't... Wait. Wait, I know you. You're that witcher I near clobbered with a vase when... Well,
When you kicked Dandelion out. Through the balcony. Actually, he's the reason I'm here. Know where he is?
probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back, saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm. 'Twas the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen? Not terribly subtle even for him.
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Maybe. But what did he ask about, exactly?
Oh, this and that, really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends there? What are their working hours? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern. Maybe I got all in a huff for no reason.
This woman he was with in the harbour. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Kovir. Ha! Horvir, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore. Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Thanks for your help. Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
Washed your hair lately?
You were refugees from
Welcome, welcome.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elial.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks?
You Elial?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elial was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here. Any better?
So you're...
Elial.
Did you and Dandelion... how did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it.
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
I know this is none of my business, but why do you...
Why do I dress up? As a child, I dreamt of becoming a Doppler when I grew up. I became a tailor instead. Discovered clothing. Costumes can express all the complexities of one's personality. I'm a Redanian countess one day, a dockside thug the next. That is true freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Have you never thought to become someone else? Even for a moment? Must be horribly boring being a witcher all the time.
I managed to stay interested. What did you and Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although, indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, the goings-on, impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid sucks flaccid cock.
Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button reaffixed or a hole patched.
When'd you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
Thanks for your help, and nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
River tosses someone ashore each day. Refugees escaping hell.
Let's go.
Wobbly. Need some overripe sheep's feet.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. White Wolf, they call you?
You stand accused of offending religious sentiment. We've orders to take you in for interrogation. Surrender your weapons.
Over my dead body.
Told you we wouldn't fool him. Well, you're due a beating. It will just be more of a challenge.
Remember the preacher who spoke of witches and witchers? A man you humiliated before his faithful. He asked that we administer a sacrament on his behalf. Your last rites.
Bellies now, and cracking their eyes out. As they look.
What? Lost your nerve?
faces, why did that mage have to blow herself up in my alley?
Welcome. What can I get you?
Fine. Show me what you got.
So, what don't I got? Something for him?
We get some cards in too, I'll be a happy man.
Passa as duas.
Ease me of doubt, of anguish, of fear.
That hurts!
Yeah?
Greetings.
What have you got to pawn, and how much do you need?
What makes you think I...
Tain't a man that don't from time to time. And you don't?
Just so happens I'm doing fine.
Then maybe you'd like a look at what the less foot...
Been a loan shark long?
Aye, since I was just a little tight.
So you helped your dad, took it over when he died.
Nah, my own father left me here in pawn and never did redeem me.
Show me what you have in stock. What would you say to a few rounds of Gwent?
Tá, aqui eu vou passar, eu acho, velho. Ele tá com 22 de dano já, pra ganhar. Filha da puta. Achei. Caralho, essas cartas de bagulho é uma roubada, velho. Tem que usar o baralhinho do outro lá, não vai ter jeito mesmo.
Hello there.
What would you...
Não, esse aqui é no baralho do norte. Nossa, os cornetas. Deus. Ele nem gastou carta pra fazer isso. Ai, foi... Meu Deus. Deu como... Nossa, bicho. Ai, meu Deus. Tá.
Hello there.
What would you...
Você tá fudido comigo, viado. Não. Essa aqui até que é boa, hein? Graças a tem carta alta. Tá fudido, né, mano, meu parceiro. Cheque, não. É, não adiantou muita coisa, não, fodeu. Ele vai tacar tudo naqueles bichos ali, mano. Não deu de novo. Ah, que merda. Ai, que merda. Não,
Hello
vai vir
there.
do gelo, está
Pawning or buying?
do gelo. Está perto de mim.
What would you...
Ufa, agora você tomou no cu, meu parceiro. Nossa, agora tá perfeito. Tá, só faltou uma isca na real. Agora você perdeu pra mim. Foder com essa minha carta aqui. Isso, taca o bagulho aí, seu lixo. Taca a carta. Tá fudido demais, meu parceiro. Olha você gasta a carta. Olha. Porque tem carta pra caralho ainda pra gastar. Isso, gastou. Se fodeu. Correr pra onde agora, seu lixo? Correr pra onde agora? Joga o que você tiver aí. Seu lixo. Bosta. Dennis Craner.
Eternal fire. Deliver
Ease
us
me of
from all
doubt, of
evil,
anguish.
body and soul.
Me a little.
What is it, Grey Boy? Looking for adventure?
Seen any prawn?
Lay me down with a barrel of beer.
Onde que eu tô?
In my right hand. And
Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
I'll wait.
It won't take long. It turns out he'll not come after all.
I even heard about that.
That's enough.
He's as good as in the grave. Under me bed. This one's will you help?
Now can we talk?
Yes. What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh, yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No. We perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe... No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you. Portrayed you as an unusually talented individual.
Really? Did he mention my poetry? Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelion's? Mere exercises, true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of them.
No. Didn't see any.
Gee up! Her snakely whip rose skyward. Jee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lather bathed its chinny chin.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry. See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Thanks for your help. Farewell.
You heard? Some kobolds, some godless dwarves open a brothel. Uses she-ogres as cool. You all right?
You're an artist?
No, a witcher.
Never heard of that.
What did the cook make today? In the mood for some diversion.
Nossa, nunca. Filha de uma puta. Luxi.
What's going on about eternal fire working miracles? Miracles, my ass. So he could be sleeping soup the rest of his life. I even heard about that.
Good golly, a witcher. Take me along the path.
Ugh. Those children are a plague.
Arms for Red, please, good folk.
Nay. That's it, Roach.
Sounds like a bay, wave. You know, subliminal message.
You like it here?
I need a belt set with silver studs.
Just
I'll have
this
it for you
morning,
next week.
my Greta came back to the market with news.
And you also
Some
told me to come
mysterious murders happening in some
Next
house.
week.
But
Your
this
Greta
week
was
is
the
next
imagination
season
of a
what you
drunk
spoke
troubadour.
last week.
She never lies about serious matters.
Eu vim aqui já.
Welcome back. So, interested in...
Fair.
Well, I believe there's something to this. You'll yet see.
This Baronet's La Vallette's villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Geralt of Rivia at my doorstep? Surely this is no chance encounter?
Greetings, Baroness. Greetings, General. You're right. I'm here for a reason.
There's no mistaking you. But for etiquette's sake, Mary Louisa La Valette. An Imperial General and a Witcher meet. And know each other. Surprising.
We've met before.
And how? Imagine this, Louisa. The Emperor desired a chat with the Witcher. I, too, was fortunate enough to meet him then.
So Geralt of Rivia now works for Emperor Emir. Interesting. Has Var Emry sent you to rid Novigrad of monsters?
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
My maidservant. I'm afraid she's currently at the home of my dear friend Patricia Vegelbud.
Perhaps Geralt could accompany us. He could speak with Molly at the races.
Is that something you'd consider, Witcher? Care to partake of some sophisticated diversion?
Well, if Molly'll be there.
On our way, then. We've arrived.
My father owned a similar estate in Bruges. As a young girl, I'd travel there often to ride.
Shall we look at the horses? Do you like horses, Geralt?
I guess so. Called every horse I've had Roach.
The grey mare is Cantarella, sired by Cahir, the champion from Vol.
Gray's a nice color. For horses, too.
My coin's on the Black Stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Know anything about the Chestnut or the Bay?
The Chestnut is Thunderbolt, a pure-blood Retanian, gallant steed, but too headstrong for my taste, difficult to control. And the Bay hails from Zerrikania. Lord de Volte acquired him recently. I know little about him, though Zerrikanians are reputed to have incredible stamina.
Is Molly a horse?
Pardon?
I did come here to see Molly, after all.
Patience, Witcher. She ought to arrive soon. I asked Molly to join us as soon as she was done with her chores. She shouldn't be long now.
All depends what you asked her to do, milady. But I don't really have a choice. I'll wait. Seem to know your horses.
No is not the word. Morvran's a true expert.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win, and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Well said. So, which steed do you choose, Witcher?
The black's your favorite? Let's see what a Nilfgaardian stallion's made of.
I'll not race. However, I will wager on a winner. The grey mare's my choice.
In that case, I shall try my luck on the Zerrikanian Bay. I see no point in delaying this. Let's begin.
Riders, ready!
Move it!
Let's see what you're made of.
Go, go.
I adore the speed, the rush of air. Come on, Witcher! Let's see what you're made of!
What a thrill! A beautiful victory!
Thanks.
For one for whom every horse is a roach, you carry yourself exquisitely in the saddle. My congratulations. That is yours.
Now, could I talk to your chambermaid, milady?
Ah, yes, Molly. That is why you came here after all. The portly young woman. That's her.
Speak to her. And you must find us when you're ready to return to Novigrad. We'd be delighted to join you for the journey.
Sick of it all.
I'm Molly, my lord. Wish to see me?
Call me Geralt.
Geralt! That Geralt! The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again!
That's right. Except it's the other way around. I'm always saving him.
Mean to say it weren't Dandelion saved you in Flotsam by severing your noose with an arrow from 100 paces?
What? Dandelion couldn't... Never mind. Any idea where our master archer might be at the moment?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages. The Baroness don't approve of our acquaintance. Says Dandelion's a good-for-nothing layabout. Can you imagine? But... or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why'd he need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the moon. Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias. But I've not seen him since.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister?
Sure he does. Saw him myself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Mm-hmm. Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
Know where I can find her, Dandelion's sister?
I know. Whenever I asked Dandelion when we'd visit her, he'd grow all quiet and then change the subject.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait. Before you go, I've got a request. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. And I'd so like to see 'em.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks. And good luck to you on your search.
Another drifter in from Temeria. Sick of it all.
Giddy up.
Ugly bastard.
Get him! Come on! Don't be afeared!
Slow now. Whoa. Medallion's humming. Place and power. It's gotta be.
Hey-ya!
You go your way, I'll go mine.
Ah, Geralt, there you are. Shall we return together?
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad. Road ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same. Well then, let's go. And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
Just this morning, my Greta came back from the market with news. Some mysterious murders happening in...
Your Greta's got the imagination of a drunk
Nilfgaard's banners from the city wall.
She never lies about serious matters.
Did I chase the pansy all the way to the garden?
What did you get?
What do you want?
Want to see Rosa var Atra?
Oh, mate, if you only knew what I want. Miss Rosa don't see just anybody.
I'm Geralt of Rivia, a witcher.
Soon as Miss Rosa turns into a Striga, I'm sure her papa will send for you. But she's not showing any symptoms yet, so I venture you're not needed. On your way now.
Why buy tomorrow what you can buy today?
Ow!
Thanks, we ain't looking... Shut up, bloody bum! Thanks, we ain't looking for no... Shut up, bloody bum!
Reuben takes a cut, Cleaver takes a cut. How's a man to turn a profit?
Ugh, this new fucking madman running about
Wait
town.
for us, I'll guide us straight to Novigrad.
Ah! No doubt it's another of Menge's ideas for cleansing the city.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe it.
Let's go kill some
My
monsters.
servant caught some rag picker rifling through our rubbish. Can you
Tô
believe
indo. Pera aí.
From Vallons come pouring into the city. That is the inevitable result.
Why does the temple guard do nothing about it? They should toss them out by their coattails.
The guard has other things on its mind. They chase mages now, left us to fend for ourselves.
Let's go kill some monsters. Smell that hangs in the air. Do you know it? It's burning flesh. Ugh.
We crossed the Yara, we will cross the Pontar as well.
Looking for something unusual?
Lá no fundo já é ruim pra caralho. Vagabundo.
Não.
Porque agora assim.
Sobe. Porra de Geralt. Ah, mano. Como é que o filho da puta não escala essa porra?
Mano, vou testar o CS no controle pra ver como é que é.
Nossa.
Pera aí.
Vai, mano. Ah, mano. Como é que entra nessa porra de...
Será que dá bala? Joguei CS no controle, tô vejando aqui pra eu. Então, Bruno, vamos fazer o esquema lá?
Fazer esquema lá, velho.
Tem dinheiro. Opa, tem. Se vai fazer fizer o investimento, eu faço o investimento também, vai.
Caralho, não tem dinheiro pro investimento agora não, vai dar louco.
Cara, que parece que não vai ganhar dinheiro.
Não tem como entrar na porra da casa, velho. Deixa eu espetar alguma pra ver aqui. Será? Fé com fé? Caralho. Ah, mano.
Deixa eu botar aqui. Controle. Ativado. Nossa, que isso, cara.
Interesting.
Que isso. Nossa. Ai, cara. Tipo de visão normal, invertido. Alavanca de movimento destro. Modo de agachar, segurar. Modo de andar, segurar. Disparar, mouse 1. Disparo alternativo.
Pra cá não entra, não.
Ué, sei lá. Recarregar. Qual que recarrega no controle? É o quadrado, mano? Pular. X. Agachar.
Why are you here? Answer this instant or I'll summon the guards.
E usar.
Sorry to sneak in, miss. I'm Geralt, a friend of the Bard Dandelion.
Trocar de arma secundária.
The famed Witcher of the ballads?
What are you doing here?
Selecionar granadas. Bomba.
I let no one in the front, my lady. I swear it on the great sun.
Not a word. I'll handle this. Hold your tongue, sir.
Oi.
This is
Já vou, tô
Francis
só
de
testando.
Bergerac,
Nossa, mano.
my
Porra,
new
essa, calma aí.
swordplay instructor, correct? Show him to the training.
Opa, não.
I shall join him shortly.
But my lady's a
Nossa
witcher.
senhora.
Said so
Tô
himself
testando o
by
negócio.
the gates.
Pega aqui no controle rapidinho.
Do you truly believe Rosa Var-Artra would
Mano, que
train
porra é
with
essa,
random
velho?
clods calling themselves sword masters? No. The Var-Artras demand the very best. Thus, we've hired a witcher. Take him to the training room. Now.
As you say, miss.
Girar sem ter grafo. Mano, é muita coisa, velho. Faca, Zeus, granada de luz, bomba molotov. Controle ativado. Tipo de visão normal, invertido.
Won't you realise what you've got yourself into?
Hope so too.
Miss Rose has got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword. Grab a wooden one and take care not to hurt the little miss, or you'll earn the ambassador's eye.
Nossa, mano, nem sabia que tinha essa opção. Meu Deus do céu, mano.
You're my new instructor. Well, well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
Meu Deus, eu tenho que testar isso aqui. Que isso, cara? Deixa eu achar a partida. O árvore. Mano, eu vou apanhar demais isso aí. Inferno deste Deus.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
Shit.
Porra, nem fudendo.
Damn it! Well fought. You're much better than
Ah, o cara desligou o servidor dele.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
Am I imagining things?
Pô,
We
preciso
just had this
jogar um
conversation
Ironwood.
in the garden.
The garden? Yes, yes. In the garden. So, what was it
King
you said?
retake.
Why are you here?
DM. DM, vamos ver. Arena
Before I
1v1.
ask,
Networks.
gotta admit,
DM
you do pretty
multimodo.
well with a sword.
Gamers Club.
One
Gamers
pointer.
Club.
Don't expose your left flank when you dodge.
Oh, I know. Terrible
DM
habit.
multimodo
Can't seem to
milite.
get rid of it. I'd hope to find someone
Caramba.
bad who could help me to do so.
Parece no controle é pegadinha, velho.
Don't you dare try to dazzle me with advice.
Caralho, mano.
Already
Quanto que tá
admitted you're not here to give
o...
me lessons.
Fala aí.
Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship?
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Stop flaunting and fight! Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one? Damn it! Well, if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Can't rightly refuse a
Olha o
request
CS
from a
no
lady.
controle, velho. Vai se tomar no cu.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well,
Caralho, mano, os
first,
caras estão jogando de alto,
mastermind.
tomando meio do cu.
Edna Va Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Hang on. So it was you in the garden.
Of course it was me. Why, did Rosa try to play you for a fool? Don't be mad. We've done this since we were children. People have always mistaken us for one another.
Can someone please explain what this is all about? Which of you met with Dandelion?
No need to get angry, Instructor. I'll explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that.
Mas não dá pra
I
jogar
felt you
CS.
needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next
Tô querendo matar um cara,
if
não
you
consigo.
don't stop it right now.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Matei
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Dandelion act any different lately? Notice anything strange?
Strange? Not really.
Nossa.
It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. Edna, what? You needn't
Nossa.
pretend he followed convention. Remember when he took us to the cemetery?
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated
Okay, guys.
Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died recently. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
What are two young Nilfgaardian aristocrats doing in Novigrad?
Dying of boredom. Papa's a diplomat. He also has many business dealings in Novigrad. He's a member of the Trade Corporation. Takes us along everywhere he goes, and must then find us new tutors in each spot. And so in Novigrad, the task fell to the poet Dandelion, Rosa's betrothed. Edna!
Bet sophisticated young ladies like you know a bunch about politics.
We've picked up a few things. What would you like to know?
Emperor continuing to push north. Courtiers must be ecstatic.
His confidants must be. But Papa says that's not likely to last much longer.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of
Right.
financing the Emperor's adventures.
Wonder how the war's going. Any outcome looming?
Papa says much depends on Radovid, and on who captures Novigrad first.
What's Novigrad got to do with it? Free city. Never taken sides. Always stayed out of conflicts.
Oh, even children know Novigrad's home to the world's largest fleet. And they say the city's treasury's bursting with enough to equip 2 armies.
Changing subjects.
Mano,
Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
cara, é muito
I
difícil.
believe
É,
she's
CS é um jogo muito preciso. Né?
Trebaritz.
É tipo criar
Very
um código, você
skilled
pode spamar
and
ativo.
exceptionally talented, of course.
This woman. Not a local, right?
I seem to remember him praising
Se
her
tocasse pegando mal, velho, tô
melodious
dando raiva.
Kaviri
Morre.
accent. Makes sense. He referred to her as Calonetta a few times. Bizarre names are common in Kavir.
Gotta ask Zoltan about this Kalinetta.
Vamos
Been
ver
a
lá.
pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
Calma aí.
K-Swex.
2.0,
K-Swex.
1.20. 2.05, 1.20.
Sick of it all.
Caralho, que merda que eu tava fazendo.
Greetings! You here for a specific reason?
Got a meeting with Rosa, a fencing lesson.
Geralt of Rivia, yes? Miss Rosa stepped out for a walk. Near Temple Bridge, she said. She asked that you join her.
Guess it's gonna be an interesting lesson.
Nossa. Jogo de alvo, vai. Cadê? Pular.
Giddy up.
You shall die for what?
What's this about?
This Dwan sold Fistek to some young elves. A contaminated batch that killed every other user.
Lies. They mean to kill me, steal my gold. Help me, please. What you sold was poison. Shame you weren't there to see the young lad and others expire amidst spasms. You, all of you, to an elf! You despise humans, seek vengeance on us! But can you fault us? Fault me for your civilization's downfall? Shut your mouth, poisoner.
Need to see if this man's actually carrying any Fistek.
We've done that already. Checked everywhere, even his boots. Nothing. The bastard sold it all, which hardly makes him innocent.
Don't see any proof this man sold anyone Fistek, let alone contaminated powder. Can't let you kill him.
Then you too shall die, Vatgern. Shame you happened on our path, and chose to stand in our way.
Caralho, mano, sai daí. Olha isso.
Oh!
My, aren't you a tower?
Não é possível.
Whoa! Hey, ya!
Oh, fuck, I'm right now.
Over here!
Nilfgaardian regiment always accompany you on your walks?
Always. Papa's orders. It's for your protection, Rosa dear. People here hate us.
Meu Deus, velho.
Why? What have I done to them?
Eu nem lembro essa
But
cidade que eu
enough
tava
about
fazendo.
that.
Puta.
Soldier, you may leave.
But His Excellency Ambassador Var Atra said that...
And this excellency is telling you otherwise. Do you not recognize him? This is Geralt of Rivia, the best swordsman the North has ever seen. I'm safe with him. Now march off, quickly. Left, right, left, right. Finally. Let's go, Geralt. I've something I wish to show you.
We were supposed to train, not go for a walk.
I know, Geralt. Now
Nossa
stop
senhora, vou
harping
te
on
dar.
about it and let's go.
Meu Deus.
Here. You see, I thought that instead of training in a dank old cellar, we'd move around in the open air. A duel on a bridge, like in the novels. Now draw your sword.
Only got my steel and silver swords. We should be fighting with practice weapons.
We should, but you of all people ought to know. There's much more fun in doing things you shouldn't.
Listen, I'd really rather not hurt you.
Stop patronizing me, or you'll be the one to get hurt. Now on guard. You're quick.
What? Lost your nerve?
Caralho.
Ow! Ow! Stop! I yield.
You alright?
Yes. The only thing you've really hurt is my pride.
By the way, how'd you get interested in fencing?
I was bored. I've no friends here. Papa keeps me on a short lead. It's banquet after banquet after banquet. I detest banquets.
Boring conversations, terrible food, and weak booze.
Exactly. At least with a sword in hand, I can have some fun. You know, blow off steam.
Alright, what's next?
We should return. Just forgive me, Geralt. I know this might sound awkward, but would you mind turning around for a moment? My corset's shifted. It's pinching me terribly.
I can understand a woman wanting to look pretty, but fighting in a corset, it slows you. Rosa? Shit, she ran off. Anything happens to her, Var Atra will kill me. Need to find her. Can't be far.
Elven blood, eh?
Far from home, aren't you, sweetie? And there's no telling if you'll ever get back.
She's Ambassador Var Atra's daughter. She's got diplomatic immunity.
I don't really understand the shite you're saying. Now it's clear you love your black ones.
It's no surprise, Lucas. Witches are drawn to monsters, just the way things are.
Essa bala seca.
We'll tend to her ourselves.
I believe you've offended the young lady. Now apologize as nicely as you can.
Mano, esse cara não existe, velho.
Forgive me, milady. I am sorry.
Your turn. Be nice like your friend. Bow low, and go be a patriot somewhere else.
Lucas and Kolb. I shall remember those names. And when the Emperor takes Novigrad, I will find them and have them pay.
Vem, churupita, filho da puta.
Didn't hurt you in the end.
They raised their hand against me. That's enough to have that hand lopped off.
And you wonder why the locals
Meu
hate
Deus.
Nilfgaard.
I thought you were different from other Nordlings. That you understand us, our sense of justice. I see I was wrong.
You should go home now. And take the shortest, not the scenic route.
I understand. Farewell, Geralt, and good luck on the path.
Geralt says I talk too much.
Wounded and tired, Ciri collapsed in the swamp. Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Valen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Far from home, aren't you, sweetie?
She's ambassador.
I don't really understand.
It's no...
I believe. Your turn.
Lucas and Co.
Easy. Didn't hurt you in the end.
They raised their hand against me.
Lesson's over. Remember what you've learned today. Looks like you'll be using that sword often.
It's beyond me, Geralt. I don't understand you. Why concern yourself with the fate of two drunkards? The world would be a better place without...
You should go home now. And take the shortest, not the scenic route.
I understand. Farewell, Geralt, and good luck on the path.
Paint would hit the spot, it would.
Look! Look!
You seen the new waitresses?
Oh, I'm so annoyed.
Eternal fire, why me?
Let's go.
Real fire? Nuh-uh. It is.
I just sail back to port.
Shovel.
Top notch.
Show me what you have. So long.
Come on.
Move it!
Once I close this shambles
Look all
down,
pretty
you won't
suspicious
see
to
me.
Run,
me.
Roach.
Well, son, you got here with commotion.
Sick of it all.
Hey, you.
Help! Save me!
Crime, Philly.
I'm dying of poverty.
Ow! Don't pull!
Well, you wanted braids.
But I didn't want my hair pulled.
Can't have one without the other.
Then I don't want them. Witcher? Witcher? Kareen, look who's come.
Live here together now? Didn't know.
Once you told me Sarah had been responsible for my nightmares, I decided to see if the devil's as scary as they paint him. Or her. I came in to find not a fiend, but our little Sarah. And I can't say why, but we took a liking to one another immediately.
Long ago, to isolate themselves from a world of beasts, humans began building cities. But since beasts prowl within stone walls as well as they do outside them, this did not allay human fears. The truth is, walls guarantee no one's safety. The place where you lock yourself in and lock all else out, that's not your home. Your home is sometimes a place you travel long and far to find.
You all right? You're pale as death.
Let's go.
It's as much as life.
Oh!
Burton the witch. Yay! She could be the witch. I want to be a witch. Burning witches are horrible stinking.
Dirty king, Bobby. Miss your... Ah, you're back. You met Poppy? She ought to start talking any day now.
Zoltan, venture to say a mage would have trouble turning that owl into a parrot.
Sure you know me that well? Mark my words, she'll be playing Gwent with us in no time. But we were to talk about Dandelion. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Tell me what you've got first.
A few bruises and a torn doublet. Otherwise, no much a note. He wasn't staying with any of them. I'd not seen hide nor hair of him in ages. All I learned was a few of Dandelion's pickup lines of dubious worth.
Think I might have something better.
What are you waiting for? Let's have at it!
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange, also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberitz, apparently, named Kalanetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Who's this Priscilla?
A Troberitz, like you said. Quite popular of late. Picture Dandelion with a pair of tits and you've got the general idea.
Interesting image. So how'd Dandelion handle meeting his female double?
I think he fell in love.
Dandelion in love. Actually, truly in love.
Oh, yes. Laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works for the Mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
Zoltan?
Geralt!
Novigrad doesn't seem like a safe place anymore. What's keeping you here?
I was keen on starting my own enterprise, but nothing came of it. Nevertheless, I took on some debt. Got to pay it back now. I'd like to blame it on the war or human treachery, but the truth is, I've got my own thick skull to blame. Rather not dwell on it, Geralt, if you don't mind.
Saw burning pyres when I arrived in Novigrad.
Yes, Felicia Corey, a sorceress that was. The crowd came for the other bum that day. And Doppler, crafty wee bugger who'd spent years masquerading as Chappelle, commander of the Temple Guard. 'Twas Caleb Menge who exposed him, executed him, and promptly took his post.
Met that Doppler years ago, just after he'd assumed Chappelle's identity and form. Wasn't all that surprised when the Church of the Eternal Fire turned tolerant to freaks, opened up a bit to magic and mages.
Well, that's all changed now. Every mage who came here seeking refuge is now caught in a trap.
Round of Gwent?
I never refuse.
Let's play.
Deu uma carta pro cara, né, velho? Isso é foda. Lixo. Chupa essa. Tá. Aí foi, né? Not good at all. Não, queria essa carta de volta. Tentei, eu não, mano. Vira 22. 22 com 7. Ainda não dá. Oh, eu já perdi aquela carta. Só 17? Tem jeito. Perder esse. Tem 3 cartas, tem 6 ainda pra jogar. Boa, filhão. Mas eu tenho que tomar cuidado com o que eu vou fazer aqui. Tá, eu acabei dando sorte. Ai, meu Deus. Caralho,
Seems I won.
A right fucking shock given your frankly amateur deck. Here, take this card. You need it. You can do well to fix your collection. It's downright porous. Don't need you bringing me shame. I got Dandelion for that. You might skim something off your mate, Roach. He's said to have good cards, that one.
So bored I could spew.
Run, Roach.
We'll pay for the free tomato.
Looking for Roach.
No one here by that name. Anything else?
I see. And behind you, that's a berry picker's camp?
We're, bird watchers.
Let me guess. That sword's in case you run into a hornbill.
No. Hornbills aren't endemic to this area. Don't migrate here either. You blind, Hortensio? That's Geralt, old friend of mine. Come in, Geralt. Geralt of Rivia, safe and sound.
Vernon Roach, Temeria's last hope.
Laugh all you want. Temeria will rise again.
Roach, I cannot abandon them.
You can and must, because those are your orders.
They'll die, please.
We're done. Dismissed.
What do you do here? Hunt Scoia'tael?
You jest, right? Who cares about the Scoia'tael anymore? Temeria, that's what matters.
How'd you wind up here?
Came with the army, of course. Its remnants. When Nilfgaard crossed the Yaruga, I dropped everything. Threw it all away to hell and rode for the front to fight the invader. Joined the Second Temerian Army under John Natalis. We were to stop the Black One's advance along the Dol Blathana Mount Carbon line. And we did. For 3 days. Then they smashed us into splinters. Soon after, I heard Radovid was assembling his forces near Novigrad. That he'd promised to fight for a free North. Broke through with the remains of Natalis' army, but...
But
Radovid proved no better than Emir. So I decided I would mount my own fight.
you play Gwent, Roach?
Yes, but there's no one to play against here. If you've got a deck, pull it out.
Good luck.
Porra, filho da puta, ele vai esperar eu parar de jogar e vai jogar todas as cartas. Eu não vou parar de jogar essa lixo. Não que eu preciso dessas cartas. Vamos jogar o que você quer. Jogar sério? Ah, shit. Caralho, que cara desgraçado, o bicho não tá, cara.
You won. Congratulations. Here, you earned the card.
Know anyone else worth playing?
I've heard of a man came through Novigrad recently. You might be interested to know he's also a witcher. Lambert, they call him.
Old Lambert's a card sharp? Interesting indeed.
Then I have a mate who's come up from the south. He likes cards, a rather refined player. But it seems he's better at being late. Wouldn't wait if I were you.
Free Temeria without blood. You've been here,
Damn
you've
the
been there.
Blackens.
So tell me, is it the fashion among Novigrad wenches to shave their cunnies? fucking bitch!
You trouble me, Greylocks.
It's true you kill kings. You and our commander.
Go fuck your
What,
mum's
Greylocks?
tits.
Ooh. You trouble me, Greylocks.
Now, witches, they can't catch the pox. Isn't that right?
We'll pay for the free Temeria with our blood. Damn the Blackens.
A witcher. Just what our band of merry
It's true
men
you
need.
kill kings. You... What the blazes you thinking?
When this is all over, I ain't... Best beware of the other side of the river. One false move, and you could be royally fucked. We'll pay for the free Temeria with our blood.
You trouble me, Greylocks.
You've been here, you've been there. So tell me, is it really the fashion? Oh, noble grand... to shave their cunning.
Reuven takes a cut.
Nossa. Casa do caralho, pô.
takes a cut. How's a match turned?